Good morning, everybody. So, are we doing another session of Football Manager? Sure. Also had time to do some stuff with respect to the game's UI. Well, some stuff. I just replaced the icons for the youth players. So now I can show you. Certain youth players like, where is he? Gustav Ostrom have, well, real AI generated portraits. So we got that going for us. Yeah. Nice. Now we can identify these players. That's great. And the egghead default icons of SI are no longer here. So yeah, we got that. Then financials wise, I think the club is in a better position now. Well, the decline has not continued so far. We will have to wait and see if we can get it into a reasonable amounts. But I think we revamped scouting last time. So where is it? Our shortlist is really short now, as it should be. Also, considering we signed this guy, he now has a real face too. So this is great. Well, real face, you know. It looks much more realistic. The new gen faces are really great. I really appreciate that. And I would love for this project to have an update, I don't know, with even more faces or something like that. It would be wonderful. I would even be willing to contribute in terms of I don't know, if they need training phases. But I don't think it's a matter of the sample size of the training phases. It's just you gotta aggregate the results to some reasonable degree, and I don't know. I guess they thought 10 gigabytes or 9.5 or whatever it is was a good idea. Also, Middle European training phases are probably not what they are going for. So my face wouldn't be really contributing to anything. So next match is against Tabby. That's a hard one. Seen from the perspective from last season, Tabby's a good club. They are actually 13th right now, which is concerning. But on the other hand, table's not really meaningful in any way just yet. So, as I called this episode, step by step, we will do this. So they play a 4-4-2 right now. We are playing them. That's an away game. So away game usually means we should go more to the defensive side. In all cases, we would want to go through the middle. The middle roads here, as you can see, this is a box-to-box and the ball being a midfielder, most likely. Well, our scouting is inexistent, so we really can't say for sure. But this guy is not the perfect ball-winning midfielder at all. And, well, he is probably a good box-to-box, right? Yeah, he's a decent box-to-box midfielder. But on the defensive side, that's not too impressive, is it? So maybe we can go through the middle here. This is also no central defender. I don't know what's going on here. He's a central defender. He's a good one, actually. This looks fine. Not the paciest guy, but he's got the pace though. Well, 11. Yeah. So but overall, I think we can make an impact here to some degree. Now, I just hope that Holmström is match fit. But is there another training day? No. So there's no training day to be had anyway. We had some teamwork training here. It's not like this would prohibit it in recovery. So maybe let's go with that. Let's just go for it, and yeah, we will see. But we will probably need to rotate here. to a certain degree. Might be a bit too heavy for my part. Also, we really need somebody to replace Eggman here. So playmakers usually don't grow on trees, and if I have a look at it, I don't think we have somebody that's appropriate. Let's just go into squad here and sort by, I don't know, attributes probably, and technical attributes, and go for just a passing. So who's got great passing? The next best guy is Oliver Swan, and then Ytterhogdals. Well, Oliver Swan can play there. I'm sure he can. Where's Register? Yeah. I don't think he would make a bad Register after all. But actually that's a decent idea, really. His finishing is wasted though, his long shots aren't great. Yeah, it's not like I'm complaining here. In comparison to Eggman, he will probably do fine. But here he is. I don't know why I always think he's called Ytterhogdals. Makes sense in my head. Eggman is not Swedish enough, apparently. So yeah, if we compare these two as registers, Oliver Swan will probably do, sure. Thing is, I can't put Oliver Swan in 3 positions on the pitch at the same time, and he really made his appearances despite not playing as a register so far. He's to a similar degree under heavy load. So either we find a youth player that's really good for this position, or has great potential, I don't know, he doesn't need to be really good, or well, we find somebody for loan who can play register in the defensive midfield, so good luck finding that. That might not be, well, they will probably not be all over the place. But first of all, let's have a look at these and go for attributes here. And just do the same, because the last thing I want is to find out in a half a year that we've got a decent passer in our own youth squad that we could use for this. So it doesn't look like it. As you can see, they all have passing 6 and below. Well, Gustafsson doesn't. But who's Gustafsson? Okay. So the faces are obviously all new to me now. It's the first time I see this guy. But his passing is great, but he doesn't play defensive midfield, so well, no. And Anton Andersson, well, he's already on a 6. So that's just not viable. How about him? He doesn't play defensive midfield, so now we're trying to look into can we get someone in really cheap for loan, preferably somebody that's also English. With this guy, I'm actually a bit I don't know, conflicted on whether I want him to sign. So let's forget about the first team for a second. He's got 10 jumping reach. He's 1 meter 76 centimeters. With enough training, I think he could do as a target forward at some point. It depends a bit on how the strength develops. He's not fast, let's put it that way. And he's more of a technical player. So to me this looks like a deep lying forward in training. You can also see it here. Balance is really great, agility not so much. So but he looks like somebody who has a decent long shot too, decent finishing. He looks like somebody that we could integrate in our squad as a, well, somebody who can grow into a striker role. Also, he's English, so not too concerned there, and his contract's running out with Darlington. So maybe we can give him another youth contract later on. Yeah, he's only balanced, and I don't know about the potential. Doesn't look good. But on the other hand, it's not a big gamble financials wise, if we can get him on a youth contract. That is, because some of his stats are great, some of them are really not that great. But there's not many ones. Well, tackling is a 1, and potentially long throws and marking, but I don't expect that from him anyway. But as you can see, the rest of the sample doesn't contain a lot of 2s and 3s either. So seen from that perspective, he already brings some stuff to the table. And yeah, off the ball movement needs to improve, but he comes with natural flair. He's got leadership and determination, work rate and teamwork aren't too bad. His vision is bad. For somebody going for a more technical and deep lying forward role, this is really bad. So he will be in some sort of weird between spot, probably, going forward. But I certainly think we can take the gamble on him. If he's willing to, that is. And this is... Oh. So he wants a loan move. I don't know if I can give him that. I would love to find one, but I don't want to promise anything. Yeah, this is not bad. So we can't go for a youth contract anymore. And well, I'm happy that I didn't go with the promise for the loan, because I can't loan out non-contract players. But Football Manager doesn't seem to take that into account. All right, but this is €5 per week, apparently. So I will try that one time. I will try to go with a part-time contract here, and just give him a long-term contract. Maybe something like this. Is he susceptible to injuries? Probably not. No, below average. So yeah, something like that, and maybe a relegation. Let's just ignore the relegation wage drop. It's not worth anything anyway. We can include it later on. Yeah, it's already very close, apparently. But I'd rather go with a non-contract for him. I learned that yesterday. And just sign him on another one later on. So let's try this. Yeah, he's fine with it now. Okay. No, we can just reduce it until he's unhappy. Which is apparently at 25. So that's an effective €2 per week. I'm still not sure if we pay him... if we pay him the €25 for his appearances in the U19. But on the other hand, it doesn't matter much. U19 doesn't make any appearances. There's no friendlies there because it's just too expensive. So, yeah, he will need to develop on a natural basis. And I forgot about the passing. So, not about his contract. That's actually just a signing. Well, I hope for the future, but also he's an English signing. So that might please the fans to some degree, hopefully. I hope they don't want us to sign them for the first team. Because if they do, we really got a problem. But now let's have a look at players that could be viable registers. So our scouting has been gutted. That was me. Yeah, well, we needed to. Is there anyone that is halfway decent as a register? James Morton, actually. He's on a non-contract. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. As a backup, I'd take this guy. Especially if he comes in at a non-contract, maybe. Here, on the other hand, well, that doesn't look good. So in this case, I would probably just go with a youth player. It's a well-rounded player, don't get me wrong, but no. Also, isn't this the guy we... Yeah, he signed from us. We sold him. Great. I remember the name all of a sudden. But this one, this looks reasonable. Well, same as the knowledge. I don't know if we can sign him, but he's on... I don't know what he earns right now. Yeah, we lack the financial muscle. So, that idea is out of the window. This one is on 60 euros per week. So, can we compare him, please? He's outside of scouting scope for some reason. But if we compare him to Malte Ekman, though... Ooh. Well, he's a better rounded player, that's for sure. Look at these physicals. So... he cannot be as good as a passer as Ekman is, but he's a well-rounded midfielder. I would not feel bad if he turned up in defensive midfield and distributed a few passes. I wouldn't expect much. Vision and teamwork are a bit better. He's certainly lacking some stats relevant for a regista. On the other hand, it's not like Ekman is contributing much as a regista either. He's more of a passing machine, and even though we employ him as a regista. So in his case, Simon Hedlund, I would be happy having him in for loan, but I don't know if this is possible because we're out of the transfer window right now. Yeah, it would go through in July. We need somebody now, so that's not a viable option. He's also listed for loan here. Okay. Can we reduce these a little bit? Maybe accept one weakness? Well, then we go back to Estefanias. That's also one of our former players. It's not like he's bad, but... yeah, it's just lacking in long shots. But we can't possibly loan him back right now. And this guy? Same here. So none of these look like half decent financial options either. If we sign him, let's say for €6 a week, we just have to get rid of him at some point. So that's probably not a good idea. Also, he's already 21, and in this case we can just go with one of our own players and ignore attributes for a second and just give him playtime. So is there a defensive midfielder in here? I should probably... That's general info. Where is it? There. That's not too bad. So we got Bergwall, who didn't train that bad either. And we've got Chris Collins in on trial. Well, this attribute sample really looks concerning though. The amount of 2s and the spare 1 in here. I don't want to sign him even for the youth team. But we've got Patrick Bergwall here. Patrick Bergwall is somewhat capable of playing a defensive midfield. He doesn't bring the attributes though, and it's similar for him. Some of this is a bit concerning. Would I want to go with him as a replacement for Malte Ekman in professional games? Probably not, but his training rating is really great. So if he trains that well, maybe he has some potential after all. I don't know. We can't be sure. But giving him the odd game is probably not the worst idea. Results-wise, this will go south. Seriously, this will not be good. But from a development perspective, maybe it's an acceptable choice. It's always a trade-off, and in this case, we're hoping for better development for youth players, and we're hoping for basically, we're no longer interested in the result. Well, we are. We need to hold the league, but it's more about earning some money along the way now. If we look at it from that perspective, doesn't mean I don't want to get promoted. But yeah, I don't want Malte Ekman to get hurt either. And in this case, I'm focused on mitigating that risk. We've got a similar problem with Al Holmstrom up front. So yeah, we can't afford really good players. So either we rotate them into unfavorable positions, or we put in some youth prospects from time to time that are definitely not up to the standard, but might be good enough for a 6.6 rating or something in the odd game. No, that just happens in the morning. Sorry about that. Okay. So, how will the gap influence it? It's tough. Need to blow my nose here for a second, sorry. I don't know where this comes from all of a sudden. Always great on stream, right? Alright. This is no part of Twitch and YouTube for eternity. Okay. So how does this affect us? I think this is hard on us. Yeah. Sure. This is a real concern, and there's no use in denying that. I mean, we could go with the first team, but this is a bit of a weird one now. Where was it? If we look at the schedule, the next game afterwards is against PTO, probably. I don't know. And they are 15th. So, not sure where they came from. I think they were in the league last season, yes. So, last season they finished 8th. But 15th, they're not in a good run of form. This is a home game. So, if I had to make the choice now, well, obviously I would go with the maximum amount of points always. But I'd rather focus on winning this one than on winning this one if I have to make the choice. Because this is an away game. Winning that will be hard anyway. Tabby's also, as far as I know, a good squad. Now, looking into this, we've got a chance here. Definitely. We always have, but also attribute-wise and, well, central midfield-wise, at least there's a concept. It's not like they're 13 in every attribute so far. But gotta be careful. Also, I want to go into this game prepared. So, let's have a look into this. There's still a bit of stuff in here, but the defensive positioning all of a sudden disappeared. So this reminds me of something. I think defensive positioning, I would need to rewatch last stream, but I think defensive positioning was part of the sample for the match for Tabby 2. So this is just I don't know, a 2-week interval or something like that, in that it affects stuff. So we will have to keep that in mind. It basically counts for 2 weeks, if I'm not entirely mistaken. Well, obviously we could do some additional testing in with respect to that, but I really don't have the time to do that. So needs to be on stream. Okay. Let's just go through all the players. Morale isn't perfect for anyone, so let's just go through all the players and look at them and what to tell them. How long will we have? Well, we got another day, so I might as well go forward with that. On the other hand, it's Friday evening, so whatever. We play this game tomorrow. Yeah, let's go through it right now. Okay. There's always the concern that morale starts to decline until the next game. So if you do, for example, say they have perfect morale, after the last game they scored 3 goals, and you congratulate them on it, it's just not viable to do it the day after the game because they still have perfect morale. You want to do it prior to the next game, because most likely morale has declined until then, so they can improve there. So this wasn't a great performance, right? 6.6 isn't great, and his passing was concerning too. Let's tell him. Yeah, he accepts that. Also conceded 1 goal, it's not too bad, but yeah. Conduct-wise, fine with it. And did he have good training? Not really. Anything else to tell him? One about the development or something? Well, as a general goalkeeper, his development is basically non-existent. So, we might as well go there. Yeah, and all of a sudden he's got perfect morale. Will he play? Not sure yet, but perfect morale for anyone is good. Form is on a 6.7. One tackle last game. The passing is average. I wouldn't want to comment on performance here. He didn't do bad. Didn't do well either. Development wise, nothing to comment on yet. This training rating is dangerous. I could congratulate him on it, but 7.2 is really, I don't know. I wouldn't call home about it. By the way, I will need to remove these IDs at some point. I don't know, I think they were needed for the new gen. Maybe we can do that right now. Interface, where's the IDs? Yeah. Should work anyway. And I think we can also re-enable the caching for the skin stuff. That's probably also a good idea. So let's have a look. Maybe I broke it now, but I don't think so. Yeah, portrait's still there. And same with the caching. I think we can re-enable that. We just need to, where is it? Yeah. We just need to disable it once we get a new youth intake, or once there are some of these eggheads turn up once again. Also, there's a second manager here. I called him Regen Guy. He's on permanent holiday basis, so he's just used to include those portraits. Just part of it now. The other way would have been to go with the editor, the in-game editor, which I don't own, and well, I could have bought it for, I don't know, it's €5 I think, but I didn't want to go there. It always looks bad. But yeah, in case anybody's interested at some point, I can certainly explain why this is necessary. It's just for the faces, really. I didn't do anything else. Okay, we were with Viden. Yeah, well, there's not much to tell about him right now, right? Maybe praise his conduct. His last game wasn't great, so no need to talk to him about it. I could probably praise the tackling last game. He's at 100%, so let's do that. That one tackle was really great. That's how we do it. And that's probably it. Vic Berg. He's out on loan. Or Berg is out on loan. Actually, let's have a look at their loan performances along the way, right? That's not too bad. But it's not great either. On the other hand, he's getting playing time, so I'm happy with that. Don't know if he will develop. Look at that heading. He's definitely better suited for this league, as it seems. That's good stats. It really is. He wouldn't have gotten these stats with us. So overall, yeah, that's acceptable, I think. For loan performance, I'm certainly happy with that. Sure, could do better, but that's okay. So let's praise his conduct for a second. And I will not praise his loan spell, obviously, because it's not good enough. Orberg. Not so great. Oh, this is with us. Neither. So, I don't know. That's not bad, right? It's strictly average. So he will come out with, I don't know, what's this so far? 6.65, yeah. That really isn't great. It's his second season with them. Last season was really bad. He actually did better with his home club, Soras. But yeah, he doesn't play full time for them either, as it seems. He just comes off a lot. That's two decent traits for him, but he's just lacking attribute-wise. Doesn't develop enough. That 1 point of strength, and I don't know. There's stuff in here that's concerning, and he didn't develop anywhere from here. And now he's 22, so don't think he'll ever come back and play for us. At least not for an extended amount of time. Hi Kumquat, and good morning to you too. I'm going through the squad right now. I'm doing some, the single player treatment for morale, and otherwise it's going great, I think. Don't know what's your status quo. So you're probably interested in points wise. We're sitting on 8 points, 4th in the league. That's after 4 games. It's not too bad. We've got a tricky fixture against Tabby in front of us. That's an away game, and the game afterwards we will play PTO, I guess, PTO-IF, maybe. So yeah, that one is probably the one to win. This is a home game. Fixtures are very congested. We're lacking somebody to replace Eggman back here, but also overall a bit of depth in midfield, I think. Exactly. Yes, exactly. There's one minor nuisance too to this league, but that's really a plus. Hammarby TFF are the B team of Hammarby. So they cannot get promoted out of this league. In case they make it, the slots just move down. That nearly would have been the case last season. It was close last season. Last season I think they finished 4th or something. Let me have a look. 6th. Okay, but for a time they were leaders. So all of a sudden we had the promotion and the playoff spot moved down one place, no, one spot, whatever. Yeah, so there's that. I don't know. This is a normal club, right? Yeah, sure. Would look otherwise here. So yeah, this is how it is. Also, as you know, I love to go on about this stuff. We basically gutted the scouting department, removed close to everyone from the shortlist because our scouts kept traveling through the country to get the shortlist entries up to date, and well, we can't afford it, and neither can we afford the scouting package. It's really, I'm just going out all out on saving now, and I think we will see the effect of that going forward, because this sort of decline, I mean, you can already see that some action has been undertaken, right? But this sort of decline is not acceptable overall. Or if you want to look at it like that, we made a lot of losses, and most of this is due to excessive scouting. So long term, I'm looking forward to fixing that. Also, I'm willing to make a signing for this guy. He's not too great so far, but he has some properties of more of a target forward or a deep lying forward. Maybe we can nurture him into some sort of backup player, and he comes in on a non-contract, so I'm willing to go with that in the youth team. Also, he's English, so that might please the supporters. And yesterday we made, well, we're not sure yet, but we tried to make the signing 2 times of Antoine Pouget, which looks really great, really promising, and he comes in really cheap if it goes through. That said, yeah, you can see I also included the player faces here. So now our new gens have, well, the new gens have new gen faces now. I did that yesterday evening. So yeah, that's in news. I hope that was comprehensive enough for you. And no, well, I should not forget to talk to everyone. This is what we were going about, right? So let's do that. I wanted to talk to everyone. Yeah, it's not a big problem. I really like to go through this stuff. So, in hindsight, I would have done a lot of things differently. You know, probably included a few more English players from the start. Scrapped the scouting from the start. I wouldn't have signed some of these players either, that we just got rid of on loan now. It's not like they have any resale value. But yeah, so Wickberg, how has he been doing on loan? Let's have a look. That's not bad, I think we were over this. Auberg, yeah, we had a look at him. So next one is Al Holmstrom, didn't score last game. His passing was good though. So let's congratulate him on his passing. Sure, why not? And is there anything else to tell about him? Training hasn't been great. No need to comment on that. Development overall is, I mean, we're not complaining for this level of skill. But I wouldn't be able to congratulate him on his development on that basis. This is non-development for Football Manager terms. So let's just go to conduct and hope. Yeah, works out fine. Next one, Alnes. He's out on loan. How's he doing? He was injured. Well, never mind. So might as well praise him on his conduct and move on. Asarson is out on loan too. This is fine. What's that in aggregate rating? Yeah, 6.97. This is fine. This looks good, actually. I mean, it's only 4 games, so no need to overinterpret this, but he's playing. And it looks good. Doesn't do well development-wise, but well, we did this to get rid of him on a financial basis. So yeah, he's a decent player, I still think. But you see, some aspects of his game are concerning. He's more of a defensive-minded guy, and we can certainly see that. So no use complaining here. This is fine. Ostrom, he's newly promoted to our squad. His last game wasn't bad, I think. Yeah, He played the entire game against Gefle IF as a shadow striker. Made it through the entirety of the game. Sure, he didn't come into many situations to score. He only had one shot. But on a 6.9 rating for your debut, that's fine. And there's nothing to criticize or warn him about right now. He actually might make the odd other appearance throughout the season, just for the personality. I want this player to grow. I think I mentioned this a few times, but well, we can't talk to him right now. Bergman, how did he do? So he was not selected last game. We rested him. That certainly means he can come on. Training-wise, this is good. Let's praise him on it. Hope he accepts it. Sure. And well, let's go with the conduct too. Fine, perfect morale now. So I will go back and who is here? Lily Dahl. He's on heavy load anyway. Bergman is me. Nah, Bergman is still heavy too. Well, so we will need to make a decision later on. I don't know. Blenstrand. He really doesn't do well in training so far. Conduct-wise, sure. But also, his morale seems to be limited. That's just an aspect of lone players, I think. This limited morale. Do I have some chocolate? Sure. I mean, yeah, it's 10 a.m. here, so I can probably eat chocolate, right? This is how you do on Sundays. Nobody brought me, I don't know, eggs and sausages for breakfast, so might as well go with the chocolate. Okay. Yeah. I feel Blenstrand's performances, since he's been loaned back to us, are not good. And sure, we can focus him on short distribution, why not? It's the really dark stuff. This is, and I think it's cheap chocolate too. I'm not affiliated in any way with these guys, other than eating their products. And this is from a discounter in Germany. It's called the discounter is Aldi, and well, it's you can see the percentage, right? So I've got this, and I've got 90%. So in other words, this doesn't contain much sugar. This is mostly fat and chocolate, and really dark. A good thing about this is it nurtures its nutrition for a long time. It's not like with that sugar spike and stuff. So yeah, I really prefer this stuff. Also, I think it's not that unhealthy in comparison, but that's just me, and don't take it as nutritional advice. Obviously, it's still chocolate. So, yeah, not qualified for that. So, what do we do about him? Well, sure, he can learn more short distribution here. His training hasn't been good, but we criticize him all the time. In all honesty, whilst he still thinks he's a star player. No, he thinks he's a regular starter. He will not be a regular starter for us if he continues like that. And he will leave at some point. This loan will just abruptly end, and well, that'll be it. Per Boltegard Blom. That's acceptable training. For 29-year-old, I think that's good. But I don't want to congratulate him on that just yet. The heading has been. Scored a goal last game. I think he also failed to defend one at the same time. Yeah, one shot. I don't know. Passing hasn't been wonderful either. This is really strictly average, and to me that's a problem. So I don't want to congratulate on the training really. On a 7.4. He's a fairly professional guy. To him, this is mediocre. To him and his personality. So if we congratulate him on it, he will say my standards are good enough. So not going there. Kulovic. This is where the praying begins. Yeah, this is not what I was looking for. So he's got an assist last game. Came off after 66 minutes. Overall, this is not a great rating. He has it hard on his loan spell. Will we criticize the loan spell? Sure. Yeah. I'm sorry for this guy. I really think he's a decent replacement for some games for our home stream. But he's just missing the odd attribute point all over this entire thing. He's just not good enough, and he didn't have the playing time, and I couldn't give it to him with all home stream. Otherwise, I probably would have gone with Kulovic all out. Just gave him the playing time due to the personality and the hope for a good development. Dobrak hasn't been around the club for that long. His performances have been decent. So, but the 6.9 here is mostly, this is good passing and bad penetration, I think. Good passing is the first thing we will congratulate on. He's a lone player though, so choice of pass, yeah, look at that. It doesn't improve much. It ticks up a tiny notch, but is this even noticeable? Is there a difference? Also, he accepted it, well, reluctantly, because we talk to him too much. Yeah, I tend to do that a lot. So, just for a second, let's go back. Training hasn't been good, right? This is not enough. But on the other hand, 6.6 is really good. That's a recipe for conflict. I'll go there anyway. So this worked. But still, morale-wise, this is a lone player, and that's my problem with lone players all over. You can include one or two of these, but morale-wise, they're a drag. They are never a good influence on the rest of the squad morale-wise, in my experience. Dobrev. Well, for him, hasn't been doing badly, right? Okay, made one appearance. Yeah, can't really comment on that. Decent conduct though. But, well, if he makes it to the pitch, probably as a drop-in replacement. Ekman's training, not that great. 6.5 last game, not that great either. So we can definitely criticize him on that. Just go there and say, hey, this has not been good penetrating passing. It's not even good regular passing for him. He needs a rest, I think. Yeah, well, maybe it's a way to overinterpret one result, but I wouldn't be surprised if somebody told me later on that this guy needs a rest. He's, I don't know, need to replace him for the next match. That's concerning though, but what can we do? Felix Ernström. Oh, he's a trialist. I was just about to say, who is this and what does he do in our squad? Yeah, he's a trialist. So, I really think this would be a great goalkeeper. But the problem is we have two other goalkeepers. Well, two other goalkeepers and one lone player that we just sold recently, who are on a similar level. So, whatever we pay him, it's too much. We just don't need his services. In all honesty, I would love to have his services for, I don't know, maybe he can come back in a year. But probably won't. Do I want to sign him and get him out on loan and take the gamble on that? Probably not. He's 25. But I would need to loan him out, so no. Don't think so. It's really sad. But sometimes that's how it goes. So just to reiterate on the irony here, it's not the only position in our squad that looks like this. We have a similar problem in attacking midfield on the left wing. We will have 3.5 to 4 capable players there at some point. It just doesn't work. We need to get rid of somebody, and it will probably be Skilermo or Bergman. Just because Bergman's contract is expensive and Skilermo is on a non-contract, so we will never... well, actually Bergman's contract is not more expensive than the other ones. But at some point we will make a decision there. We don't need 4 players there who are really great. And we can't sign a 17-year-old with great potential and never give him playing time, who is definitely up to the standard for the first team. So, I don't know. 1 or 2 will have to leave. And goalkeeping wise, well, this will be a bit better due to Blennestrand leaving at some point. Most likely not at the end of the season, if his performances don't improve. Flag guard. Well, he came on last match. Decent passing. Was at 80%, that's not great. Headers won at 75, for him that's bad. But really, not much to complain here. Training wise, well, there is something to complain here. This is not good enough. And let's probably go for praising his conduct too. So, it feels like we praise it a little too often. Need to remind me of that. No conduct praising next week. Forsell. Well, finishing in launch shocks improved a little bit. Training rating isn't that great. 7.2 is fine. I think this is also decent passing. 37 out of 41. Not sure what it is percentage wise, but that's alright. Even for old midfielder, that looks good. Yeah, he accepts that. Perfect morale. No need to talk to him otherwise. Ytterhogdals. This is really great training. Especially for him. Didn't expect that. Maybe, just maybe, he can make it to positioning 8 at some point. Would be happy with that. But he's already 23. Sure, he can improve and he will. But it won't be that much. He will certainly not be the number 1 defender that I was hoping to find in him. And this is reflected by the lack of potential here. That is all diagnosed all of a sudden. That said, he's one to develop. He's got the playing time. He did a little bit. But we've not come a long way. Or, it's been for a long time, but he didn't improve that much. And also, for some reason, he improved his jumping, which is really not useful anymore. I don't know. Jumping 17 and jumping 19 doesn't matter in this league. He will out-jump them all if he wants to. That's his deficit. So, yeah. Will he play next match? High injury risk. Not a fan. This guy's out on loan. I still think he's probably better than his stats due to personality. Loan performances have been. This is worrisome. 6.4. We can criticize the loan spell. I'll work hard to improve. Great. I don't think we talked to the loan players enough, but so that's fine. He had 3 appearances. All were good, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, last one was 7.3. Well, he didn't play last game, so no use telling him about this. Conduct-wise, not sure if I need to go there again. As you've seen with the others, they're not too happy about it. And he's got this weird composition of stats. It's a bit all over. Sure. His positioning and marking should probably improve, so that recommendation isn't bad. But also, he needs to improve his dribbling. It's not of major concern in his role, but I would love for him to have better dribbling. and also anticipation and off the ball movement. So he can mostly improve in mentals, I think, and with his dribbling. The rest is not too bad, but he's already 26. So he has been more of a signing as a backup, and that's exactly yeah, what he will play as. That said, he's set for more playing time than I wanted him to have. And yeah. Kos is out on loan. That's not a bad sample of attributes there, but well, would have preferred someone that is more of a natural. And as a register, I don't know, not great, right? He's certainly lacking. Also already 24. Signed him as a last-ditch backup, and well, we just put him out on loan, where he didn't do much in either direction so far. But maybe we can sell him later on. Ytterhogdals played last match, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, with a 6.2. So this is official warning territory. His passing has been good, but penetration has really been bad. Let's tell him that. Passing 12 out of 14 is decent, but it's not great. He accepts it. Okay. Training wise, this will not do. Okay. That's actually a better reaction than I anticipated. He did play recently, did score a goal recently, but overall this doesn't look good. I'm not sure if I want to comment on that. Probably not. This should be a lone trial list, yes. So for a trial list, this doesn't look bad, right? 29-year-old, fairly professional. He could even do here. So as a backup, definitely. But I think he was expensive last time we had a look. Now if I were able to get this guy for, I don't know, cheap money, I would try. But 70 euros per week is just too much. It's really expensive. No, he's got a good sample of stats. It's not like that. But as you can see, this is a technical-minded player. Physicals are in decline. He's 29 years old. This will not improve. Well, it might go up the odd point at some point, but this will not improve overall. He's got balance and agility left in him, so more of a playmaker type, definitely. Yeah, something like this suits him, or maybe, I don't know, DLP, sure. Maybe even roaming playmaker to some degree, but as you can see, physicals are already lacking, so this won't work. Advanced playmaker too, he can make that, sure, but acceleration's already missing, so more of a supportive role. And for a more defensive role, he's really lacking the physicals and the tackling. So this is strictly a passing machine. And for 70 euros, to include somebody of this technical level in your team, that needs us to play him as a register and nothing else. But I don't think this is a bad player. It's the trade-off finance-wise. And you can probably see I'm really conflicted on that, because I want his personality in the squad. I want him to teach the others to be a playmaker. But 70 euros is too much. I cannot afford that. Not for somebody who will not see, I don't know, the entire time on the pitch. And I want to give Eggman some time on the pitch, right? Now you could argue, well, you need him right now because I don't know, 2 fixtures per week and so on and so forth. But that will seem to be the case, and I don't want to pay that much. Let's have a look though overall. Maybe my perspective is a bit. I mean, this is a 1-year contract, right? Well, 7 months. So well, I don't need a calculator for that. So we're talking for 7 months, 7 times 7, so that's 490 euros, which we would spend on him. And something. Is this a bad signing? Probably not. It's a damn expensive one for our level. But for this season, could be a good idea. He's on trial. Is anybody else interested? No. So he's on trial. I will walk away from this, and I will try again later. Due to the fact that nobody else is interested, we can gamble on this. So I will gamble on it. This is not a strict need, this is a want. $6.6. Yeah, sure. Didn't go that well last game. Played through the entire game. He wasn't bad though. It's not like there's anything to criticize him on. Training, strictly average. Not much to tell him. Muteba, training is bad. Okay, so he doesn't want us to criticize his training anymore. Well, train better, man. Yeah, and the 6.9 here. Passing completion is a decent 7 out of 8. I don't think it was sensational, but anyway, that's the way we phrase it here. Ngoma is out on loan. Lost in determination. This isn't bad, but I'm sure that's good passing. Played as a fullback lately. I don't mind. Oderland is out on loan too. With Östersund, well, this looks fine to me. It's not like we can probably praise this loan spell anyway due to I think it should be aggregated over the last 5 matches. So given that there's 7.5 and 7.4 in there, these two are fine, and so this should on aggregate be, I don't know, something like 6.9 or 7 or something like that. So sure. Sederberg played 1 game, not much to tell here. His training is better than expected. Shabanac is out on loan, unlikely to come back anytime soon. This is not great either. Then no. Doesn't matter, he's been transfer listed anyway. Skillermo, 7.2 rating. That's not one I want to congratulate him on. Form-wise, this wasn't good. This is enough for an official warning. So, absolutely no chances created here. Yeah, anything else? Don't know. Stolt didn't play recently. Oh, he did. He came off. I'm sorry, I was mistaken. But same here. bad performance, and well, the tackling was great, so let's congratulate him on the tackling. But the problem is, performance-wise, this is not good. Overall, his defensive performance has been absurd, I think. Okay, doesn't accept it though. Yeah, nobody defended well. Well, so starting with you should probably do. He had an assist. 25 of 30 isn't wonderful, but it's alright. Yeah, but no use talking to him. It's just... he's still annoyed. Svensson. I don't think we need to talk to that guy. Oh yeah, that's the other one. So this is the other passing machine. We can't sign everybody, right? He would also be... would probably also be acceptable on the left wing for us. I don't know. The problem with these players is they want playing time, and in his case, I would need to go for backup or something, because he's just yet another player for the left wing, probably, or maybe in as a shadow striker. So yeah, don't want to do that. So, what can we do? As a shadow striker though, his finishing is concerning, right? He's more of a general midfielder. Maybe box to box. So, yet another box to box midfielder, I'm not sure if we want to have that. On the other hand, if he comes in cheap, maybe. But he wants training facilities, wants to be a star player, and estimated wage is too high, no. These are just with us on trial, so we don't forget them. Tillander. On the 6.6 last game, came off. Oh no, he came on. But still, one pass throughout the entire game. Wow. But especially no penetrating passes, no chances created. Ah, he played as a striker last game. Sure, I remember. I put him onto the pitch, on the pitch as a replacement for our home stream. He will need to do that from time to time going forward. Not much to tell him either. Maybe about the lack of chances created. Yeah, he accepts that. That's fine. He also has been doing great training-wise. Like every week. So that's great. Is he also vice captain? Yes, he is. So leadership has been improving a little bit. Harry Warwick's out on loan. In all seriousness, I don't even care. Yeah, he's been suspended. Sure, he went off straight red. When? In the 5th minute. Wow. Well, he introduced us to English football. And then we've come around. Alright, so now that you've endured all of this, we can probably go into the match. Oh. They want to take him for €0. When? Well, without a clause. So now they're willing to take him in. I will reject that. Just because it's for us it's a wash, right? It doesn't matter to us if he plays for the entire season and goes off without any money, or if we go for a deal now. For them, it's important. And if we sell him now, we cannot recall him in case of, I don't know, emergency, accident, injury, whatever. Also, no, that's all there is to it. But, now that we know that they are willing to take him, let's do something like this. And let's just have a look. It might work out. Might not. We don't know. So offer him again. Maybe they make an offer that's more to our liking. I don't think so, but they might. That's good. 2 of the 3 accepted it. Well, he accepted it too, but these messages are always a bit weird to me. I don't know what this means attribute-wise. I know that this means will try to motivate himself more in future matches. It should be work rate, right? Yeah, well, his work rate improved a little bit, so that should be work rate related. And this is the same here. Well, maybe not. In his case, it's determination. But if I'm not mistaken, these kinds of talks can also have an effect on professionalism. And I don't know which of them is the professionalism type. Or, well, what any of this means. Maybe it's somewhere in a wiki in the internet, somewhere to be found, but I'm not sure. So if one of you knows, let me know. And now we're trying to defend this this match, this away match, and get the odd point, or maybe look at that. Do not tell me I do not know how to go about business. Nah, seriously though, this is a great deal for him, right? They offered us 0 and now they want him for 1.2k. Bye. And we're gonna reinvest that into this adhesion contract for Antoine Pouget, who isn't even French. Oh, he is French. Never mind. Yes. Very welcome to the club. Wow. We managed to pull that signing off. He's even in U19 right now. So, actually, I don't think it's a bad idea to leave him there, just for some mental re-evaluation, and then put it into the senior squad once, I don't know. Problem is we've got 2 really great players there. So if we put him in the first team, it would need to be for a mentoring group. But he won't have any match practice anytime soon. Now he signed as a well, future prospect. So he probably won't complain. Not yet. But we pulled that off. Also, we could teach him a trade or 2. Any recommendations from your side? He's got great dribbling. So, cutting inside from the left wing, maybe. I mean, it's just a standard trade for an inverted winger. Oh, so great work rate. Okay, he likes the off-the-ball movement. Ball played to feet. Yeah, sure, of course. Well, maybe, right? He's 17. So for this current sample of stats, you're correct, because his strength is bad. But he's got 12 points of jumping reach. This strength might improve. Yeah, I know. But the strength might go towards 10 without us doing anything about it. He's also got natural fitness 16. So some sort of physical development will come despite our training efforts, right? He will not remain at 6 point of strength. Probably, because he's 17. So it might be that his dribbling will not go for 14. He might remain with dribbling 12, but he might have a strength of, I don't know, 10 later on. And in this case, I'm not sure if playing the ball into the feet is a good idea. Yeah, he's 180. Exactly. So his jumping reach is already, well, on level. But it's not like he, I don't know. 180 isn't exactly small either. This might end up to be 8. Sure. In this case, you're probably right. But on the other hand, giving him this trade right now might imply that that he has a trait that's not really great for him, but tolerable later on. And in this case, I'm not sure if I want to go to training workload. So, but there's other things. Runs with the ball often, for example. So his dribbling will not cease to exist. That's certainly something. And in whatever role we employ him, he will need to run with the ball, right? So maybe you went with the technical side here. Yeah. So it's either that or running with the ball. That just came to mind here. What do you think of running with the ball often? Because his decision making's bad so far. But he certainly's got the ability for it. You think it will be too much? Okay. Good. So, let's have a look into this. That's probably technique, right? Yeah, it's not like we have anyone else that runs with the ball often in the team. Well, we, I mean, we play with two attacking wingbacks. Well, one attacking, one support, and with two inverted wingers. So there's a lot of dribbling going on already, but due to the role. This is none of this is what we were looking for. Where is it? Is it passing training? No. Try to want the ball into his feet more often. That strikes me as a poor idea. Why? Okay. Let me have a look into this. So this might take some time on the stream now, but there's this wonderful website that is called Guide to Football Manager. Yeah, sure, I know. But sometimes we just overlook some things. And player traits, here it is. So sadly they decided to split the content in different pages. Where is it? No, it doesn't look like it's already. It doesn't look like it's in there. This is bad. So I think this probably means he needs well, the trait will definitely imply that he needs good first touch, good technique, and you know, just to receive the pass, the stats. I'm not sure. Maybe our coaches are also unable to teach him. But so for us he plays in this role. That always comes with the instruction dribble more. Same as the inverted winger on the right side. Not well on the support duty. I just put use the right side because he's on support duty. He will, no matter the duty, need to dribble more. So I'll try that. Well, I can't. I talk to both too much. But okay, let's do that. Let's do that after the match. I think running with the ball is probably still a decent idea. Even though you think it's probably too much, but it complements his playing style. And if a trait complements his playing style, that well, it's not like we will use him for anything else. He will not be a striker for us anytime soon. So. Okay. So we will need to rotate. No debate. Problem is, it's really hard to determine who we will need to rotate in here. Sure, we can give Blennistrand the odd game. On the other hand, Westberg had a better training performance, so no, I really don't want to. Sorry. Westberg is the one that still achieves some sort of resale value. We just get 50% of his resale value, and there's no guarantee that he will ever be resold. We then, after pitch with you, Per Goldblum might actually just stay on, due to his left foot. He needs to train in that respect anyway. Flag guard can definitely come on. Ytterhogdals is still on heavy load. Viden is on a heavy load. Who of the two is more important? Well, probably Ytterhogdals. He's the better player for us so far. Also in Flag guard's case, somebody wants him. So we might go with that and sell him. That's related to the fact that let's have a look at the development. This is not somebody that well, even if you go all the time and central defender, this is not somebody that will develop into anything. Look at all that red stuff. Sure, I mean, it went in towards the right direction as a central defender, but that's about all there is to it. So he's not a good investment for the future. I might even give Wickberg some playing time on the pitch and recall him from loan prior to well, sticking to Flag guard. Also, how long is his contract? Yeah, he's got another 1.5 years of contract. If we can sell him, that would be great. I just don't want to offer him too early. It will seriously annoy him. So Muteba for Stolt, that's a no-brainer. Stolt has been exhausted. He's some way short of full fitness still. Also really bad performances lately. And the rest of them, well, Skirlomo is not on a heavy load. But actually that's an idea. So let's get Skirlomo on the pitch. Or even the new guy. I don't know. Nah, skill almost training has been, well, 7.45. Don't know why we didn't congratulate him on it. Well, now he's in perfect morale. Okay, so this went better than anticipated. I don't want to get him off. Seriously. There's no replacement for a striker just yet in our squad. And, well, now we're left with one of these two. Also, Swan is... I don't know. Did well last game. Still, okay. I'm gonna give some additional match practice to this guy. We need him to develop into something at some point, and the match practice last game served him well. He's training well, so whatever investment we put into him hopefully develops him into something useful. And who do we put on the bench? So we need a right-footed player on the bench. And somebody, well, with a bit of flexibility. That's Bergman or Ytterhogdals for us. So Bergman is lacking the match fitness, so let's go with him. Ytterhogdals' match is, well, the sharpness. He's match sharp, so that's fine. I don't care about Dobrev. Could argue to a similar line of argument could be made about Vidén and Ytterhogdals, but I think Ytterhogdals is the better option on the bench. I still want to win that game. And the thing about Oliver Swan, I would probably have stick to Oliver Swan or even kept him on the bench, but this morale will not do. Captain or no captain. So let's go with this. Who will take the armband then? Flagard probably. Swan, Turngren. Westberg and Zetterberg are good options too. Not sure what's going on here. Let's get rid of this. So it will be Westberg. Let's try and kill with all the keepers. This is not a viable solution, and then we go here. Look, no central defenders. Well, okay. So finally, let's go to the match. So yeah, play focus through the middle. Sure. I'm always a bit conflicted on these instructions. If we focus play down the middle, that means that they will not try to go into some sort of width. But for next match only. This is also a bug that has not been fixed yet. I'm not sure why. I think this was this bug that this is displayed to the top left here. This was in like 3 iterations ago of Football Manager. They fixed it every single time at some point, but it hasn't been fixed for 2023 just yet. It's only in this screen, right? It's not everywhere. It's only in this screen. Yeah, I'm not sure. If we go for focus and pass through the middle, doesn't change familiarity. So this is, now it works. This is even better. Yeah, whatever. Software development at its finest. So yeah, we will go with the recommendation, why not? Otherwise, counter regroup, yeah, that's all fine. This doesn't change anything either. And in general, I think dropping off more when out of position is a good idea. We've got slow central defenders. Oh, not sure. Maybe it opens up too much space. Okay, this doesn't tell us anything. So, opposition instructions, what do we know about these guys? He's fast. He's moderately strong. Decent dribbling, off the ball movement isn't that great. I'm not sure what to do about him. Mark tightly is not a good idea. He will win the odd duel. This I will have to leave in the hands of the player. This doesn't look great from a strength perspective, but he dribbles really great, so no hard tackling here. Tight marking though might be an idea. Off the ball movement is decent, and he's got great acceleration and pace though. So this might go bad. Finishing is with 7 is not good. For both actually, finishing isn't good. So that makes me somewhat hopeful. This guy's got a weak left foot. He is on the left wing, so he will be shown to the outside. Crossing isn't good either. He runs with the ball often, which suits him with his dribbling and stuff. But we can probably press him. And the thought here is his passing is decent, but his crossing is bad. So maybe he will go for the odd cross that is way misplaced if we press him. He here should probably be man-marked. He's dangerous from a passing perspective, knocks the ball past the opponent. That might be bad for us, and also he's got good pace and stuff. On the counter, these guys will be dangerous. But pressing him often might not result in anything. His vision is good, his passing is good, composure is also rather good. This will not result in many errors probably. So I forgot. No, he doesn't have a weak foot. Grunborg doesn't have a weak foot either. His passing is decent, vision is somewhat decent. Great physicals. There's no use in pressing this guy. He will retain possession most of the time probably. So tight marking doesn't work either. No weak foot. Knocks ball past the opponent is, I don't know. Could be something to keep in mind, but I'm not sure how to go about that. Theo Brenner Torres. Right-footed, really bad crossing. And showing him to the inside will not help him either. I'm not... This is basically irrelevant, right? We don't need to show him to the inside or the outside. Well, to the inside, he will probably be faced with additional congestion on the pitch. On the other side, that opens up some space for backstrom. So, not sure if I want to force that. His passing is bad, his vision is bad, his dribbling is decent. Don't want to tackle him hard, don't want to man-mark him, because due to bravery. And also jumping reach and strength, not a good idea. But... given his his lack of good technicals and his weak composure, pressing him is probably a good idea. He might lose the odd ball. This one has good crossing for a fullback. And overall, I think he needs to be closed down. Very good strength too. So... no use tight marking him. Off the ball movement is decent for a fullback, anticipation and stuff too. He's lacking technically. The crossing is the best part about his technique. Well, as well as the tackling, you know. But on the offense, he's dangerous due to the crossing and might misplace the odd pass. And backstrom, well, it's the other way around here. This one is dangerous. Crossing, dribbling, first touch wise, he's not good in defense. And that's why he's playing on an attack duty probably in this formation. But can we man mark him? Sure. Also, he's got a weak foot, so let's show him to the inside. Get rid of most of his crossing, same here. There's also one concern here. This is the right sided player, so that means he will be faced with Skillermo. Now I regret not having put Ytterhogdal here. Well, I can still change it, but he's under heavy load. That said, Skillermo from physical side has much better physicals than this guy, so putting him on the heels of the right defender is probably not a bad idea. And same here. Let's man mark these out of the game. Because really, in terms of delivery, these are the dangerous ones, I think. Might be mistaken though. Yeah, sure. Do they? Not sure. Okay. Hold up ball is good for a standard of strength. Yeah, that's for him, right? Okay, rest of familiar formation for cell, fine. Okay. So 1.5 minutes into the stream, we finally arrive at the match. That certainly took some time. But I made a promise to myself too. I want to take this slow. Slowly. I skipped over a few things due to the requirements of streaming, and really I want to enjoy this too. And I like to go into deep a bit in depth into the stuff, so might as well do it here. We're the underdogs. We just got feedback that we are the underdogs, so there's some amount of pressure expected. Yeah, well, it only affected Dobrak, but might have been a bit too much. I'll go with cautious encouragement here for the rest of, well, for the individual team talks. Yeah, this is a weird gesture. This is something I do if I'm scheming, not like cautiously. Don't know what that means. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Maybe we can gain a point, or even 3. And hit him on the counter. But Ostrom probably won't be the guy to hit him on the counter with his acceleration of 5 and pace of 6 or something. On the other hand, match practice is all there is to it. So, sure. Oh yeah, I need sound. So you probably got that. I didn't, because I didn't switch on the stereo so far. Well, it's not a stereo. It's a very old surround system. So... yeah, Backstrom with the cross here. And it's cleared. Mariah da Silva doesn't manage to keep hold of the ball. No, not there. Is forced into the cross here. You saw it with the weak foot, and he conceded possession. Ekman for Skillermo. Yeah, manages to get it. Nice cross. And that's the first chance of the game for Armstrong. Not a bad one. Not a bad one. He sometimes makes those. That went somewhere. Ends up with Muteba. Westberg's got the ball now. Short distribution, not viable, I thought, but he goes for Moreira da Silva. Flag guard for Dobrak, for Cell. Nice passing so far. Will Ekman go for the long ball? Definitely, and look at that, look at that. He's lacking the pace. And he's lacking the finishing. Well, he lacks it, sorry. But that was a wonderful counter, in principle. Eggman, Morada Silva, nice ball for Skillermo. Doesn't manage to keep it though. Oh no. And here's the penalty. Oh, Per Boltegard Blom, why did you need to do that? So, can Westberg save this penalty? That would be great. No. Send it to the wrong corner. Just puts it down the middle of the goal. This is really unlucky. This is really unlucky. Why do we have to endure these penalties? Long ball by Flaggard now. Oh man. Well, he was closed down. Put it out. So that helped. And now we're one behind and trying to defend a loss. So far, Boltegard Blom doesn't look to have a good game. You saw how Dobrak tried to engage the crosser here though. Oh, for Cell. Well. Skillermo closes down Buckstrom, who manages to keep possession. Kronborg, Löfqvist. Another really... well, that's bad defending by Boltegard Blom. Ostrom lost the ball here. Another. Wow, that was close. Central defenders don't look good today. They suddenly earned it now. Dobrak finds all Holmström. He goes for the shot. Well, at least we got a corner here. Forsell outswinging one. This still draws out a... well, he could have made up for his error in defense here. He didn't though. Flaggard got to that one well. Backstrom is closed down as we want him to be. It's just that, well, the player doesn't engage him. Should go for the tackle from time to time. No, we're talking about an offensive player, so yeah, but it works. See, his technical deficit here managed us to go for the win of the ball. Dobrak. Yeah, well, that was a great scene. So our Holmström can definitely score from these. It's just, and now it's about the lack of chances created on our side, right? So, we might need to change the things in the second half. Yeah, closed down again by Skillermo. This works fine. Fine. Not a good pass. Eggman. Ostrom with the lob over the defense. Dobrak. Got some space here. Not a bad tackle. Ah, what a waste of a pass. Will he go for the shot? He does. Not a good shot. But it deflects. We got a corner here. Let's encourage him prior to the corner. Maybe they can put one in. Didn't have many chances, but well, I'm not sure if this result is deserved. It's mostly due to the penalty. Flag guard. Over the goal. It was close. They take a throw here. Backstrom. Flag guard heads it clear. And we face a shot here. Westberg goes for the short distribution and flag guard just for the long ball. Well, Ostrom won't win that anytime soon. He's not a strong guy if I'm not mistaken. And we face another shot here and a second one. So, in my book this is mostly due to the bad passing. Well, due to the bad choice of the long ball here. I don't know why he went for that. It's not, well, they're expected to go with direct passing. With a bit more direct passing. But that doesn't mean that they should pass for the weak guy. 5 minutes to go, we'll leave it at that and we'll probably change tactics for the second half. This doesn't work. Well, it didn't work out. I'm not sure if it was a bad decision just yet, but it didn't work out. If we look at the shots, they had more shots on target, better chances. Overall, better expected goals. This is not good. Let's go to tactics first. So, we need to change this. Alright. Dressing room. Yeah, that works. Do I want to tell anyone that I'm especially disappointed by them? Probably not. So we can maybe encourage them. Might have been that I eased the pressure too much prior to the game. But 2 goals down is just, that's not good enough. Hi Yoshi, you're new, right? So welcome to the stream. Feel free to ask any questions. You arrive in the middle of a game that hasn't been going our way, sadly. Yeah. So yeah, welcome. We're in Sweden, 3rd division in Sweden, which is for some absurd reason is called the 1st division. And yeah, we're trying to find our way as the everlasting underdogs, especially from a financial perspective. This is Ytterhogdals IK. I'm from Germany, by the way, so I have no idea about Sweden. And that's a great long ball for Holmström. It's offside. The long ball seriously work. It's not like our tactics in the first half were bad, I think. Look at these. Look at these chances. Is it another offside? It is not. Crosses it for Dobrak. Skilermo. Ostrom. Ekman. And this is just a bad pass. Ekman again goes for the long ball. That shouldn't be offside for Skilermo. It is. It's an offside. So we didn't face any additional chances, so this actually looks better. But, well... Now we're just begging for the additional counter, like this one. Skilermo tackles it well though, not a penalty, just a corner. Well, if it had not been for the penalty, maybe this match had gone another way. Not good defending either. Was this guy? Who is it? Boltegard Blom. Not a good performance. Sorry to say this, but this is not good enough. Mariah da Silva. Well, weird choice of pass here. Nader now with the ball, puts it back to the keeper, and Eriksson just goes long. Okay, I've had enough of this. Really. Baltigard Blom looks really bad. Let's get Ytterhogdal on the pitch. I've had enough of this. And in midfield, Forsell is exhausted too. So Turngren will need to go and make an impact on the pitch. I just hope they can, well, in the case of Baltigard Blom, I really think he gets his stuff together at this point. Going forward, because this will not do. Yeah, I think we face a free kick here. That was a bad tackle. Yeah, and obviously this is a worrisome position to concede a free kick. We will be able to defend this. Yeah, goes for a corner. Cesarovic with the corner. Ytterhogdal defends it well though. Just came onto the pitch. This looked fine. And now it's offside. At least something. Ostrom. Ostrom's on a 6.6 rating by now. Guillermo wins the header. And Al Holmström, well, with a half deflected finish. That didn't do well. Flackard for Turngren, Ekman, Al Holmström tries to find a pass. Flackard and Ekman exchange passes. Moreira da Silva now. Ekman again. Will he go for the long ball? He does. But that one finds Guillermo. It finds Muteba though. Where's the cross? There's the cross, it was a bad one. Deflects off the opponent. Muteba for Turngren. Ostrom clips the crossbar. With his skill set, it's certainly the exception and not the rule. So far. But the young prospect shows promise here. Ekman for... They're creating now. I'm not sure if this counts as low-grade chances. So... Guillermo doesn't have a bad game. Sadly. Dobrak? Neither, but he's exhausted. So... Problem is... I should probably substitute him. That's with Telander in this situation. Al Holmström is exhausted. But I think we need his presence on the pitch, even though he's exhausted. Same goes for Ekman. I don't know who to put on the pitch to replace him with. Moreira da Silva is motivated. It's not a good game, but it's not a bad one either. Really, this game has been lost in central defense. Maybe Ekman too. He's on a 6.4, but I don't think his performances were that bad. So let's give him some time on the pitch. We're in minute 66 now. He's not closed down here. Backstrom. Well, Flackard certainly defended this better than Baltigard Blom did. Or whatever his exact name is. Al Holmström heads it out of the own penalty area. Decent pressing going forward. And that's a goal kick. Deflected off the own player. Turngren with the free kick here. Ostrom. It was offside. So let's encourage him here. It's 20 minutes to go. Muteba for Guillermo. Loses the ball. Muteba wins it back. Goes for the cross and this goes nowhere. Ekman wins the ball. Muteba once more. Well, lost the ball there. What's this? Turngren wins the ball here. Will he find a penetrating pass? No, goes for Tillander. He finds the penetrating pass for Turngren though. And that's a weak finish. It's really a weak finish. What's this? All Holmström wins the ball. Skillermo here. Well, All Holmström is missing, so he might as well go for the finish. It's a bad one though. Well defended by Ytterhogdals. Muteba with the cross for All Holmström. Finds All Holmström, who goes for the shot. And this is actually a corner. The encouraging didn't do any good. Should have berated them maybe. Ytterhogdals. Side netting. So Eriksson goes for the long ball here. Look at how we could have dominated that match. Ytterhogdals finds All Holmström, who heads it on for Skillermo. Skillermo with the cross, and Tillander doesn't manage to hit target. We had the chances. It's not like we're not creating. And the chances aren't bad either. Flag guard defends that one well. Turngren for Skillermo. Wouldn't have hit the target either. So I'm gonna go with berate now. That didn't go well with for some of them. Ekman for Turngren. Goes for the long ball. Will Skillermo be able to control it? Not this time, it seems. Åström wins the ball here. Well done by the youngster. That's a duel. All Holmström for Tillander. And it's a corner. Okay. Who can we replace here? So Skillermo has really tried. He's on a 7 rating. I think I will keep him on the pitch here. So not going for Bergman just yet. And well, probably won't for the entire match. These two aren't responsible though either. Yeah. I will go for Bergman here, and put him in the middle of the pitch. He's not incapable of playing as a Metzala. It's definitely not his strongest position, but maybe he can make an impact. And out of these two, Moreira da Silva looks exhausted. So let's give Khalidi some time on the pitch, even if it's just a few minutes. And that's it. Also, just in case somebody asks themselves, we might go for overload. But I don't feel like we don't create. Skillermo with the corner, flag guard. Now it's in. Okay. So screw this. We'll go for overload and try to get the additional goal for 1 point here. I don't know if it will work, but let's try. Yeah, and let's go with some additional encouragement too. Maybe it finds some ground right now. Well defended. Turngren. That might be offside. Or we might gain another additional corner. Will Fleckart score another? He just needs to put his head to it. Look at that! Scraped off the line by Eriksson. Oh, that was close. I nearly called it. Kalili, Alholmström in acres of space to control that ball. Telander, he should be fresh. Somewhat. Incapable of keeping the ball. Fleckart defends that well. Ekman just goes for the pass for Telander. Manages to control that one, and it's another corner. These are always dangerous. So let's hope for one of these. Bergman, Hagdal. Again, headed beyond goal. 4 minutes to go. Muteba with a free kick. Telander doesn't manage to control that one, and well, Holmström is shown the yellow card, probably due to a tactical foul in this situation. We didn't exactly see it, but yeah. Fleckart just goes for the long ball with Holmström here. Turngren, Bergman. Not a bad pass either. Can we create another chance? Holmström wins the ball on his yellow card, but doesn't manage to go for a great ball. And now we face another free kick, and that should be the game. Actually, it is not. So we can see the third. Again, standard situation. I think we might still have defensive training going on. Specific match preparation against these types of encounters. It's just, I don't know. Our central defenders should be able to clear these. So that game's done. Might as well go for the second, but doesn't make a difference now. Yeah, that's it. And if I look at it, back at it now, well, first of all, I'm frustrated. Probably, and second of all, so we conceded a penalty, and well, we conceded one goal after a free kick at the end of the game. There were enough chances there. We can argue about the quality of these chances, but 1.72 expected goals is it's not bad, right? This has been lost due to bad defending, and yeah. I don't know. Any of you got any ideas about this game? How they feel about it? Anything you would have done differently? Seemed a little happier, yeah. I don't want to discourage them. So, we're stuck with 8 points, and all of a sudden it's just mid-table. Yeah. stuck to shoot less. Well, in general, you mean? They're already instructed to, well, in the more positive formation, they're already instructed to work the ball into the box. In here, yeah, we're going for a low block here. Yeah, maybe you're right about that. Yeah, let me have a look into this. This might be true. Sure. So, well, it's a bit difficult. First of all, you are right. I think before looking into the data, I think most of the finishes in the box are not shots. The finishes in the box are usually headers. And that's partially due to the skill of the players too. If we just have a look at him, not good finishing. Well, he obviously is a youth player, so no. Al Holmström, as our primary striker, has a finishing of 9. He's more likely to score with the head than with the foot, I'd argue. That said, headers are probably more difficult to put in the back of the net, just as a general notion. Dobrek, finishing of 6. So we can go through the entire squad. The only person that's really a capable finisher here is Telander. And, well, we can't put Telander on the pitch every single time. So, sure, overall the finishing isn't great. And that shows. I think that's one thing that's, well, just fair. On the other hand, we generate a lot of chances for Al Holmström, so I wouldn't want to cede doing that. So the crossing targeted towards Al Holmström will probably persist going forward. I mean, he scored 19 goals last season that way, so it can't be too bad. And that shouldn't be lost all of a sudden. Now, there is somewhere here. Is it in... Where is usually there's well, we don't have an analyst, but there's some sort of, yeah, shots. Here it is. But that's not what I was looking for. I was looking for the screen with the position of the shots taken. Where is this? That's conceded. It scores, goals scored. Isn't there some sort of statistic here? Heck no. That's not what I'm looking for. I was looking for sometimes there's an, I don't know, maybe this is part of them. This is better. This is goals scored. It's including friendlies, just domestic league matches. So these are the goals scored. And so now we can see there's no goals scored from outside the penalty area, basically. Especially the half spaces don't look good. If we go for the last few matches, yeah. So if we score, it's within the penalty area, and we don't know this here. Well, actually we do. This is 4 placed shots, 3 powerful shots, and 3 headers. So these 2 outside will probably have been powerful shots. So that makes a few of those placed shots and a few of those headers. But yeah. Now this looks a bit better, but shots taken wise, well, I don't know that. But from a perspective of shots taken, the shots outside are probably a waste of time, yes. So your recommendation was to go for less shots How would you do that? Would you work ball into the box? That's stats for the league and Data Hub. Sure. Data Hub. Through player instructions you would do. Okay, so not with general. You would tell him to shoot less because well, he's a bad finisher. Right? So team league. Okay. Data Hub team. There's no league here. Okay. I can probably maybe I can look into the league stats in general. Top right. Okay. Team here. Oh. Top right shooting. Yeah. Let me find it. Shooting. There it is. Where I was? Okay, again. So, team, there is no league here. Click on shooting. Well, I removed it. Sorry. But, yeah, I get it now. You wanted me to open this. Why doesn't it? Yeah, this. Yeah, aggressive and wasteful. Sure. Okay. Overall, we're shooting a lot, but we're not the quality-wise, it's not great. Okay. This is related to the quality of finishing. So yes, you're right. And that's just it confirms what we already know. We don't have a lot of good finishers in the squad. So let's go back to this. So you're entirely right about this, sure. What does this mean? Is there anybody out here that has good finishing? No, Ytterhogdals finishing is bad too. I just want to confirm this with the new guy. How's he called? Puke. His finishing is bad too. So we have absolutely nobody, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, sure. Bergman is the last one. We have absolutely nobody that's a good finisher. To be fair, there is a good finisher in our squad. His name is Oliver Swan, and he's got finishing 10 and also good dribbling and good first touch. And he usually plays here. So, but he didn't get it on the pitch last season, and this season he's annoyed due to the training facilities. Yeah, sure, yeah. So we can tell him to shoot less often. That's for sure. In Dobrek's case, that's bad finishing too. But considering need more than 10, I'm not sure. He played as an inverted winger the entire last season. He didn't make a single appearance last season on the pitch as a striker, and he's still, despite that, managed to go for 8 goals. So 10 finishing at this level can work. Sure, we always want better, but 10 or 11 points will make do for the shadow striker. Sure, I'd love it to be 13, right? Not a big deal, of course. But it's also always a trade-off. And there's also one guy I want to show you. I actually tried to go with him, but he, I don't know, might have wanted to switch formations. He's a good finisher, but there's just nothing else about him. And he didn't perform for us either. So yeah, I agree. But doing that will ruin the club financially. I might be able to pull off the odd really good deal. But this is overall, this is a trade-off. If we can get players like him, sure. And I can always I can also look at it the other way. Let's just remove all of this and look for a great finisher. So, whatever. We will probably get a lot of strikers now. Let's just go 12 and beyond. Oh, okay, that's not good enough. That's better. Yes. But, well, okay. I don't think you're wrong about that, and that's a... Sure, that's a, in general, that's a good way to go about this, but I wouldn't want to go with this guy. Despite the good off-the-ball movement and good heading and finishing and dribbling, I don't want to have this guy in my squad. Really. Whatever, even if he scores 10 goals, there's no potential for him. He will not go anywhere with that sample of stats. He's retiring. 35-year-old midfielder. Yeah, that's more of a passer. He's got good finishing and decent long shots. He's 25, under contract there. Michael Haga. Can we find him with Haga only? Probably not. .24. Yeah. Well, sure, he's strong. But, yeah, okay. No. He's, he considers himself better. He's a new young guy. Where does he come from? Torrance. So they released him, but given that he might have decent finishing, let's just give him a trial. We hunt for youth players anyway. And with the others here. So maybe it's just that I'm trying to play something that's not suited for the league. You might have noticed I didn't include a positional limit here, but if I go about it like this, so we don't know enough about these players, but most of them will probably end up having finishing 7 or 8. Nikolic. Really, he will not improve his finishing, probably. Well, he's 21. He will. If we play him. But 5 goals in 26 matches. Not good enough. On the other hand, as a shadow striker, or as a Mezzala, he's good enough for the odd goal. Oh, he's natural. He's a natural now. Great. So I think you're right. We're taking a lot of shots, but it's wasting. For Oliver Swan? Yeah, we can do that. But how many shots does he take? Well, the stat pack here isn't great. He had 6 shots and he got 1 on target. In his case, I actually think that the problem is not so much about the finishing here. Sure, this doesn't look good, right? But this is also due to the fact that he's not in a good position to score. And we can see that with his off-the-ball movement. It's not like he's lacking in... I don't think he's lacking in finishing. He's lacking in getting into the position where he has a clear-cut chance. So the shots taken are usually deflected by a defender or somebody. So we might make a similar argument about, well, either better finishing, so he might score a few more. We might go about it that way to say, with better off-the-ball movement, and he's lacking here, he might just make it into these situations more often, or well, get a clearer shot on goal because he is able to outrun his marker, or we can just go about it in the physical way. Just tell him go acceleration and pace, outpace your defender. And at the end of the day, all three are viable approaches. So I didn't go for the finishing here, just because off the ball movement is the one that's the most lacking. I think if he gains another point in off the ball movement, probably all of this will improve to a certain degree. Because it's not about not being able to spot a finish. Most of his finishes will be blocked. It's not like he passes it into the hands of the keeper. He's not able to go towards the finish uninterrupted. At least that's my impression so far. Also, he brings some passing to the table, so this is a good player overall. He's just lacking 1 or 2 points in certain areas, and he would be able to, I don't know, not dominate the league, but certainly dominate the performances of our team. He's not far off the level of our Holmstrom, I think, attribute-wise. It's just that our Holmstrom is easier to employ, because 18 jumping reach is just a no-brainer. And this is why we went for peppering him with balls, and it works. But overall, the recommendation to reduce the wasteful shooting is probably a good one. Yeah. And I will go with an individual instruction here. So the stats for Tillander show that he should take those shots. I'm not going to go with shoot more often. I don't know if he has the intelligence, actually. His decisions is 7. So for Tillander, well, overall we go with shoot less often, but his decision making is bad. Long shots is 7. So if he had better finishing overall, like 11 and long shots 8 or 9, I would probably go with shoot more often here. How are his stats so far? That's not bad though. So let's say he shoots more often. He might still score every 4th shot. Maybe. From his position. So maybe let's give him the personalized instruction. That's probably overdoing it. He might shoot from outside the penalty area then. We will see. If he shoots a lot outside the penalty area, we might need to go for the non-set instruction. But on the other hand, the stats show that he can score. So if he's good for 2 additional goals here, that's fine by me. Probably not every 4th though. This is law of small numbers. This is an outlier so far. It's probably better to expect, well, every 4th is possible if I look at it this way. It's not probable, but we might get there. And for him, obviously, he's just lacking in attribute-wise all over it. yeah, anyway, let's train him on his weaknesses. That's another chapter. But the others are bad finishers, sure. For Al Holmstrom though, I don't want to go with no finishing. This is finishing 9 is fine. He's well, let him take those chances. And Ekman, that's actually also an idea. So long shots 11 is not good, but long shots 11 isn't bad either for our level. And he's got the technique, he's got the long shot, he even has got some of the strength. So this is highly irregular for a Regista. But I think a Regista is already instructed to shoot more often, if I'm not mistaken. I think he can shoot more often from distance too. He's a threat from distance, and last season he didn't play as a Regista all the time, but at some point he started doing that and he scored from distance. So let's give him the freedom to go for more shots in his creative role. It's a bit of a weird thing, but let's do that. There's also nobody else that plays here, so well, okay, let's personalize this, because this is specific to Ekman, so let's personalize this. We want our playmaker to shoot more often from the edge of the area. He's able to do that. Statback doesn't look good this season, but yeah, I still think that's a viable choice. Okay, and then there's Forsell. Well, I don't want him to shoot more, but he doesn't do it in any way, neither as a box-to-box nor as a... Yeah, I mean, he had one shot this season, so that's not relevant. Okay, next match is a home game anyway. We will go with positive there. And we will need another sample of individual instructions there. So shoot less often for him. He will need a personalized one to shoot more often. And for him a personalized one to shoot more often from distance. Not sure if that's the correct way to go about things, but yeah, could be. Also, I think our club favorite youngster has a really bad finishing too. In this regard, he's a bad one. So I might as well go with shoot less often here. I think Forsell scored 2 long shots. It was 3 long shots last season. It's not great, but it's not bad either. I don't know. I would be really happy with 5 for a midfielder. If it's like 5 goals per midfielder, that would make it 15. Another 15 by Al Holmstrom. Some goals by the defenders. We can make do with I don't know, 40 to 50 goals. I think we scored 56 last season or something like that. It's not like we didn't score enough. Have they? I have no idea. So 4 days now. Sure, let's take him in on trial. 4 days. So there is focus on defensive positioning, defensive free kicks, marking, pressing, and teamwork. For some reason, there's still a focus on defensive positioning. When did we train that last time? Teamwork, just... Why can't I go back? Oh, okay. Whatever. Fine. So, we need some overall training in this, so let's go with attacking corners here. That's missing. Maybe attacking corners helps us to score. And this teamwork training probably will not be needed. But we will need to refresh the defensive shape here. And then going forward, I will just have to wait and see. It's really sad for our central defenders too. Flackout and Ytterhogdals are really big guys, or tall guys. If they had any better heading. Okay, he scored 2 goals in 25 matches last season. That's really not good for a guy his size. But I'm not too sure if it's about the heading. It might be about composure and stuff too. Sure, heading of 9 or 10. Well, that's just average. He's not bad at it, is he? He's just lacking defensively. Ytterhogdals is lacking the bravery. By the way, thanks for this. Should probably say hello to the new guy. Include him, please. Dear Mr. Ostrom. Counts as homegrown. Nice. 90% passes succeeded with a passing of 4. Well, how did he manage to do that? Mostly played safety passes. Well, yeah, okay. Still great. Oh, he was already on perfect morale. Yeah. Honestly, I don't think that's bad. Sure, I want him to create more and so on, but for a young player that is we even increased his work rate. The model citizen had an improvement in personality. Yeah. He won't play that game though. There's one here. So he will come back into the squad. I think we're I think we're also better with Oliver Swan in the squad. It's just that he has a central role there. He will come as a young striker for U19. So it's 12 now. I'll just ask for food here. So either I go on for another hour, or we'll go for a break and maybe see each other tomorrow. But He's still on a heavy load. Yeah, 4 matches played. Sure. We could also try to improve the defending of the entire squad, but this might have to do with the fact that I'm more willing to spend on the offense side. Okay. Yeah, that's not good. But what can we do? He will need to improve at some point. Maybe I should have spent a bit more cash on the defense. Probably not even the keeper, but on defense in general. Because I went with the cheap options there. It was in a situation where we already had spent some time, some money, and well, also some time looking into good options for overall improvement. We didn't find good options for wingbacks or fullbacks, however you want to put it, and we didn't find really good options for in central defense either that weren't reliant on a contract that's like 120 euros. So getting someone there that is a really, really good option in central defense, that would be great. And he's not. Well, actually we can go through these right now. So this is just impossible for us. No way. Wildskog. That's a decent midfielder. Wouldn't work as a central defender for sure. We don't need another midfielder, so I'm not interested. And this is, again, this is decent. This is specialist, right? Also nice trade. Solid stuff, but there are a few ones in here that really scream no potential. He's listed for loan. Would I loan him? Maybe. And I don't think this is a superb signing for the future. This is a last-ditch effort if we try to find someone for central defense that will do for most of the season. I don't think he will develop much. Highly recommended player or not? And if I want to find someone that's, I don't know, 11 in everything for a central defender, I won't find anybody. Let's just go with 10. Yeah, nobody there. Here, these are the first two. So they'll probably lack on the mental side. No, it's not even that. In his case, well, he's a midfielder, so yeah, forget that. We just had a look at him. And he is also a midfielder. And obviously lacking with the heading. If we edit that and find a central defender that's better. There's one. Do I know that guy? Probably. We sold him. Yeah. And I can certainly see why we sold him. It's difficult to get a good defender in this league, it seems. Or at least for our club. So maybe don't want to sell ours anyway. But yeah, we need to get that cash flow going. I'm really happy with the sale of Shabanach, by the way. Not with the fact that we sold him, but with the price. 50% sell-off clause and arrange a friendly and the other thing. That's good. Even though the friendly, yeah, here he goes. Bye. Bye, Eden. Okay. So I'm gonna go and make this one game, and afterwards I'll go for lunch. Okay, let's do this. Yes, we will. Who is he? Oh, he's a center back. Well, probably because I talked a lot about center backs on stream. Okay. They're not willing to let him go. Come on. Give him to us for a week. We just want to have a look. I can't afford somebody driving off for a 17-year-old all the way to Norway. Norway is really far away. Yeah. They are unwilling to give him to us. This is really good. He's got contract till 2026. No, I don't think we need to sell him. I don't know. Ngoma though. Ngoma I'm willing to sell. Maybe they will go for it. Same for Arsarsson. I mean, he still has contract, but he's already 22. Doesn't improve much. Would he be willing to talk to other clubs? Yeah, he would be open to. Maybe someone else wants to go for it. Lind. Yes, I want to get rid of Lind. Finishing or no finishing. Oh. And Olderlind. Well, okay. He's not that bad, right? But there's another option for the left wing here, so we're up to 5 now. And he's certainly outpacing the players in his league so far. So, yeah. Okay. They offer 700 euros. Hofia Lind. This is great, but I want more. I'm sure you can pay the 1.2k, right? I mean, 700 euros is not that far off. Well, if he did, he might make it onto the pitch. So let's go back there. Didn't keep a clean sheet anyway, so Zetterberg can make an appearance. Sure. Needs to improve tactical familiarity. Matthias Nielsen. He's a driven center back that is unhappy with the amount of extra training, so let's just remove that. I don't know, this dives into tackles and the center back doesn't work well for me either. Craig Henderson, we made an offer, I think. Yeah. We made an offer because he's cheap. That's it. Oh, did we? No, that's another guy, right? Yes, though we did, due to technicals. I remember. So he might develop. Dunford. Unambitious, don't want to have you in my youth team. Chris Collins. First touch and technique are fine, passing and vision are really bad. There's a few concerning 1s and 2s in here. I don't know. Overall, physicals don't look good. Don't think so. No, I think due to the lack of technicals too, and this is just overall, that's not good enough. This guy, for a 17-year-old, acceleration is fine. Pace is lacking though. Don't know what to do with the balance for a wingback. Stamina's good, work rate is good. This is not bad, but it's not good either. Don't think. No, don't think it's good enough. Kaká. 16-year-old Portuguese. Definitely more of a defensive option. He's got decent passing though. Technique is fine. First touch is a bit lacking. He's not a physical player at all. This will not develop into anything meaningful. So if he... I don't see him being a ball-winning midfielder. Let me put it that way. This will not do. I expect him to get some points of vision, but this will not do. Anticipation is also lacking here. I don't know. Is he... Well, he also has English personality, so that might count. He's 16 though. So, well, okay. He will turn 17 in the future. He's under contract. Personality is good though. I don't know. He's also either-footed. Finishing long shot, the technical stuff, I don't know. if we would want to teach him into this, no. It's just too much missing. Metcalf. Unambitious, no. Smithy man. Well, man. You're really lacking in some areas of the goalkeeping. And Michael Peters. Who is a fairly professional that looks somewhat rounded, I'd say. I mean, he's lacking in many areas, but it's not that bad. He's not under contract with them. He's on a non-contract. Off the ball movement with 9 is decent for a 17-year-old. Finishing and long shots with sixes both is not that bad either. But as a shadow striker, he will not do. He's too slow. Yes, I know we have a model professional of that, or a model citizen of that category in our squad. Would we be willing to go with, I don't know, box to box for him? I think taking him in and just giving him some time in development might not well render him into a useful squad member, but maybe render him into a useful deal. But this will not do. So forget about it. Alright. Let's go through this one match. And then yeah. Okay, so lineup. We will need to rotate here. Just due to fixture congestion. I really don't want to have Boltegord Blom on the pitch again, but on the other hand, now he's familiar with it. He needs to get his stuff sorted, and headers are great. And somebody needs to lead that defense. I don't know if it will be him, but we might as well try. Stolt comes back on the pitch from Muteba, so this looks good. Ekman, sure. Go for it. Turnground will definitely replace Forsell in this situation. Swan back on the pitch, Tillander back on the pitch. Skillermo, will I go for Bergman or Liljedahl? Depends on training performances. Bergman isn't bad. Liljedahl isn't bad either. So Bergman will have the spot. Skillermo can go off, take a rest. Liljedahl will be on the bench. Will I leave Al Holmström in the squad? Yes, I will. So central defenders, how has we then been doing in training? Not good, but not bad either. Flag guard is on the heavy load. Yeah, let's give him a break. So we then will need to come on in case of, well, in case we need him. These two are irreplaceable. Forsell is not really replaceable. We could go with Ostrom for Forsell though, to give him some more match practice. Yes, I know. He doesn't perform. He's not that great. But look at that training performance, okay. Whatever. Let's go with it. He's on a medium load just yet. This is, I mean, we're trying to use him to give some depth to the squad. So might as well go for it. And for example, if we need to switch, or if we want to switch to a more defensive layout later on, he might come on as a shadow striker, and we might get Oliver Swan off, who is well, he will certainly play some matches going forward. Dobrak for the right, Liljedahl for the left. Is there someone else for the right? Sure, Dobrev. Do I want to do this? 7.3. Okay. Yeah. I know, we just reduced quality-wise the quality of our bench, but so now we rotated it a good bit. Hopefully that reduces injuries too. And with Holmström and Ekman, well, let's just pray and hope. Here it is. Okay. These are going with that weird formation here. I didn't look into this just yet. We're gonna try to outdo them. In this situation, I think we should go over the wings. So here will be overlaps on two sides, that's fine. Bergman shoots less often, Talander shoots more often, no instructions for him. He can definitely... Well, I think he can shoot more often, but he's not in the position to do so. But we're finishing 10 in our squad. Oliver Swan can probably shoot more often, yes. Even with his long shots that are bad. At least his finishing is 10. Okay. Turngren will shoot less often, that's fine. No box-to-box midfielder here is good. Yeah, let's do this. So, opposition instructions wise, we need to man mark these. So, let them go for the... Let them go for the wing backs. So, this is left side, so we want him to man mark the wing back on the right side. And right side for the wingback on the left side. Will this work out? I don't know. Let's just have a look at these again. Yeah, good crossing. Where's the wingback left? There. Also decent crossing. Are they both with a, yeah. Both on a weak foot too. And for these up front here, he's fast. He's got good finishing. But physically he doesn't look good. His off the ball movement is great though. So I don't want to man mark him. He will just outrun his defender. He's all alone though. So okay, let's do it like this. We will just put all the instructions on him and just try to get him out of the game. Even though I don't think the individual one will work. And for these two, just close them down. Yeah, well, they're lacking physicals wise, but off the ball movement is decent for both. I don't want to man mark these. Or too tight mark. Well, we could, but they're perfectly capable to outrun our defenders. Johansson here. Left-footed, so let's show him onto the right one. Well, okay. Not sure what to do about these. Cool, let's go for it. Overall, they're happy with the lineup. Okay. So, we gotta make it count here. Yeah. Let's go for revenge and kick it on and hopefully make it to 3 pounds. 3 pounds. 3 pounds, maybe 2. No, 3 points at the end. So that's some nice passing for a start. Ekman, Turngren against again Ekman, Swan. He's just dribbling. In the middle of the pitch so far. There goes Stolt. Boltegård, Blom. Stolt. And it looks like that's it. We lost the ball somehow. Not a bad cross for Nord. Doesn't get closed down. No, it's offside though. So we'll encourage him immediately here. Zetterberg's in goal today. Bergman wins that duel. Boltegård Blom again. Stolt finds Alholmström for Swan, for Turngren. Ooh, wins it back here. And goes for the shot. Well, that was a bad one. Also, he was instructed not to shoot. But he still decided to do in this situation. Maybe not a bad choice, but yeah. Hagedal wins that header. Telander goes for the cross for Bergman. That shouldn't be offside. But he's unable to control it. Stolt with the pass for Ekman. Finds Turngren. Well, that's on the wing for Telander. Passes it back to Khalili. Goes for Turngren, and he will take the shot. That's the second shot of the game by Turngren. Well, for being instructed not to shoot, he certainly does the opposite. Boltegård Blom wins that header. And Khalili with a safe pass for Telander. Who, I don't know, took some time with the decision to dribble down the wing. Cuts inside. Goes for Turngren. That's the third shot of the game for Turngren and certainly one for Telander here. Did I instruct him the wrong way? No, definitely shoot less often here. In Ekman's case, I can certainly see why he would shoot from this position. But Turngren, he's been instructed to shoot less, not more. We dominate the game so far though. That's an unlikely one to be won. That one though, yeah, was a bit close and from a tight angle, but that's good. Yellow card for whom? Wolfberg. Swan with the free kick. Alholmström clips the crossbar. Again, a lot of chances. Not good finishing so far. This is clearly not offside. He barely retains it. In the middle of the pitch. Not a bad pass. That's a bad situation for a shot though. Bergman. Swan. Bergman again. Goes for the cross, I think. And it was offside. Nord. The free kick. Boltegård Blom defends it well. This could be a 3-3 if they manage to find some pace here. Bergman finds the pass for Alholmström, who dribbles outside. No, it's with Telander who goes for the shot. Yeah, this is fine. So, while this was taken outside the penalty area, at least he laid it off. And another yellow card for Swan. He really likes to collect those, as it seems. Well, this will give the youngsters some playing time on the pitch going forward. Khalili, well defended. Turngren again, well defended. Telander loses the ball here. There's bad positioning for Boltegård Blom, but he manages to get back to it. That was lucky for us. Ekman. Turngren, Telander. Not bad passing. Khalili. Oh no. Really? Yes. That's it. A thigh injury. Fine. So, looks like Moreira da Silva will make another appearance here. Also, we just sold Shabanach, who we could have recalled. So, yeah. If this goes bad, we will need a replacement somewhere. Turngren for Tillander. Moreira da Silva on the wing now. He's just passing it back to Ytterhogdals. Goes for Turngren, Swan, Ekman, Ytterhogdals. Well, it's nice passing. Moreira da Silva. Yeah, he wants to run for it, but there's no one in the penalty area just yet. Cross wasn't good enough. Should have been closer to the defenders probably. Just found a keeper. And that's a weird position for Moreira da Silva to be in, but he recycles it. Possession, so it's fine. Oh, Ekman loses the ball here, but Turngren goes for it. That was close. Now, so far we look like we're in decent control of the match. Tillander loses the ball here. But Ytterhogdals is a strong header. Ekman, Swan, nice pass for Tillander. Yeah, that's it. It's a bit of a weird, chaotic situation there in the penalty area, but Holmström certainly put that one away coolly, I'd say. Tillander would have gone for the shot probably, and Holmström was just in the right position. That went well. Not a big deal for Ytterhogdals. Ekman with a nice long pass for Tillander there. So, in comparison to last match, this looks good. Swan and Olsberg are both on the yellow. Oh, well defended this time by Bolter Goldblum. Ekman, Swan, Turngren. Again for Swan. Will he spot a nice pass? Well, for Bergman. Ekman. That's not a bad ball for Bergman, even it's a bit out of place. Stolt with the cross. Tillander doesn't manage to get his head to the ball. And there we have to finish. It's a bit of a weird one, but we take what we can get. Ekman, Ytterhogdals. The long ball here. Not a big fan of that. Just comes back, but we managed to defend it. Tillander dribbles through the middle of the pitch. Will he find Bergman? Yes! Wonderful! I didn't expect that cross. Second goal of the game by Al Holmström. That cross came in with on his left foot, right? It's not a strong one. Yeah. He got that one, just put it in the middle, and Al Holmström managed to score it. Low grade chance? Probably. We don't care. It's 2-0. That was a good pass. Well defended by Moreira da Silva, and Ekman just puts it out. And that's one for Sederberg. Didn't have a bad game either, although he basically sat on his line so far. Bergman, well done. Finds the slow pass for Sederberg and he just puts it out. Ooh, well, I don't know why Tillander didn't pick up the pace there. I guess he suspected Holmström to go for it. But our Holmström, well, certainly he did his job. He will need to be replaced at, I don't know, after 60 minutes maybe. Swan now with the free kick. That was on target. Wasn't in, but it was on target. Ball to Gord Blom. What we will do with his free kick? Goes for a long ball. Dubious decision. And Tillander doesn't close down the defender to the last moment. But we remain in possession here. Ball to Goldblum again. Tillander heads it into the middle. It's a third. Hat-trick. Hat-trick for Al Holmström. 45 minutes into the game. Yeah. They don't look like they have any chance. And if we can keep this up for another 15 minutes in the second half, we can definitely rotate. Probably everyone that is exhausted. Maybe with the exception of one player, in case of an injury. This looks great. Now, I mentioned earlier that we need to win this game. I certainly think of it the same way now. Yeah, good passing there. Nord lobs it into the penalty area. That was the second chance of the game that we faced. Both were off target. No big deal. We got this. This is wonderful. Now we can certainly we certainly can't be dependent on Al Holmström every game like this, but it's just how it works. And let's praise him here. This is really a great performance. It won't do much, but they did well. Well intercepted here too. Oh, Ytterhogdals on the yellow. So he might go off due to the yellow card. But let's wait till minute 60. Al Holmström here with a nice pass for Turngren, who went for the shot. That was his fourth of the game, right? I don't know what's going on here. Well, now they're both on a yellow card. Stolt, is this offside? Yes. Yes, it is. We lost the last game, Gizmo. Splitbiff and me had a talk about the finishing too. He had some good ideas there. We have some wasteful finishing from time to time. This game looks like it goes very well. The last game, not so much. And defensively, we're certainly lacking. So yeah, it's going fine, but we won't. I don't know. It doesn't look like we push for promotion this season. Swan, ball to Blom. Swan again. Hits the wall. So substitutions will be. We will probably need to go about this a bit weird. Swan with the corner. Turngren with the header. He's not a bad header either. Okay. We're in minute 61 here. Let's rotate some people. We already have one injury, even though he wasn't on a heavy match load. Yes, he is. We don't have a good free kick taker in the squad. He's got free kick taking 8. So, well, maybe one of the new guys is... No, the others are even worse. So, we will rotate heavily here. given that possession football has been okay so far, I will actually take off Swan. Let's give the youngster some more time on the pitch. He has been training well, so we want to convert it into something. Then central defense, we definitely need to get rid of Boltegard Blom, just for the fact that, well, he's exhausted and on a yellow card, that's enough. We'll tell Ytterhogdals to ease off tackles, hopefully he makes it through to the end of the match. Ekman is through too. We can pull back maybe Turngren and go for that role. He's not good at it, but then we can who is still... Bergman is still in fine condition. This is definitely not his usual role, but he hopefully can make it there and get Ekman off the pitch and put Ytterhogdals on. Ekman needs a break. And now we have a problem. We need all Holmstrom off the pitch too. So do we want to go with 5 exchanges? He's on a perfect 10 rating though. I don't want him to get injured. We don't need him in this match anymore. So let's do it like this. And there's no target man anymore, so he comes on as a pressing forward. Yeah, on a defend duty. I hope that doesn't congest it too much. So all of a sudden we're doing our last switch here too. Turngren with the free kick. No. Okay. My problem here is that I really need to rotate these players, and now we're under the risk of a second yellow card for Ytterhogdals, or maybe also a straight red for somebody. Can't make any additional substitutions. Ytterhogdals as well though. Ostrom, Turngren. That's so taking less shots is obviously not something that sticks to Turngren. He goes with more shots now for some reason. Bergman, Dobrev. He's new on the pitch. Turngren in his now defensive role. Telander, Bergman for Ostrom. I don't believe it. That could have been the first. Ytterhogdals with the free kick for Ytterhogdals. It's not even out. Another free kick by Ytterhogdals. Another header by Ytterhogdals. Another one over the goal. But for this game we managed to get it done so far, the game, during the first half, and that enables us to rotate. So this is fine. Moraia da Silva goes for the cross. It's a corner. Not bad either. This might be offside. Ooh. Yeah, it's just a corner. Looked like it could have been a penalty for a second. Ytterhogdals with the corner now. Can we make it 4? Doesn't look like it. We can make it another corner though. That's corner number 4. So, well, where does it go? Towards Bergman. He's not a good header. Dobrev though. Goes for Turngren. He doesn't go for the shot this time. Tries to find Telander. Bergman, Turngren. Now he goes for the shot once more. This doesn't work. Split Biff, if you're still around, this just doesn't work. Turngren is of the opinion that taking less shots is not the right instruction for him. I think he had like 6 or 7 finishes now this game. I don't know what's going on there. He doesn't adhere to technical instructions at all. Bergman, Turngren, Ostrom, nice pass with his 5 passing. Yeah, he don't care. He really don't. Maybe he's a honey badger, I don't know. If you're aware of that meme, that is. Well, he's got the stats to be a honey badger, so maybe that's just who he is. Let's nickname him later on. Liljedahl for Dobrev. Dobrev could have scored a goal. Ostrom could have scored a goal. What's going on here? Turngren. What is this? It's a penalty. What happened? Tillander went down. He was pushed. Who's trying to score here? Bergman with his 4 points of finishing. In 4-0. Is this the reaction we were hoping for? Probably. Not a single shot on goal for us. Well, against us. That looks dangerous, but it could be offside. Oh, it isn't. Moreira da Silva is in the middle of the pitch though. We were lucky there. And this is an easy header to get to. So with this sort of performance, it's easy for Ostrom to get some match experience. Same for Dobrev. The team does not rely on his performance here. So this is good. Stolz, Turngren. Not going for the shot this time. Ytterhogdals for Bergman. Turngren. The lob. Well, I don't know what Dobrev did out there, but he certainly looked a bit asleep. Ytterhogdals puts it back into play. Will Stolt win that one? No, he doesn't, but he wins the duel running. And in this case, we have seen that Stolt clearly knew what to do prior to, I don't know his name anymore, the opponent player, Jan. He was he stood around a bit there prior to going towards the ball. There's a lob for Milbert, again not an offside, and Liljedahl puts it into touch here. So we're up 4-0. We face the first corner of the game. Do we? Yes, it's the first. Brought inside by Urberg. And that doesn't go towards goal so far. That does though. Not a problem for Stolt. And Liljedahl. Really calm. Nice ball. Tillander doesn't manage to get his head on it though. He's not Al Holmström after all. That would have been routine for Al Holmström, but Tillander's not that kind of striker. But overall, yeah, great performance by the team. We can't make any more substitutions, so some people got some match practice that desperately needed it. Some people got their rest. Liljedahl. Back to Stolt for Turngren. He really delayed that pass for a long time, and Bergman goes for the shot. Yeah, that's sure, that's a waste, but on the other hand he was really free, so not concerned. Turngren wins the ball in the middle of the pitch for Dobrev, and he recycles possession, that's fine. Ytterhogdals, Turngren, Now going for a long ball. Nah. Keeper's out on an adventure here. Out of the penalty area. Manages to find a pass though. Back cut. Maybe back hatch. Not sure. Turngren. Dobrev. Will Dobrev show something, apparently? And Bergman with the shot. Well, sometimes Dobrev shows some early signs of maybe potential. It's just like last season. Again with a cross for Ostrom. Well, that would have been some sort of cooperation I was hoping for. Turngren, Stolt. Nice pass by Stolt for Liljedahl, clearly not offside. Puts it back. Dobrev, it's in. Tolga Dobrev. That's his fourth goal of the season? Seriously? I don't believe that. Well, I don't know. We'll need to have a look into it later on. But if this is the fourth goal of the season, I'm suddenly a bit surprised. I didn't think he'd scored this season. Or maybe I misread that. It's Dobrev, not Dobrak. Those two are really easy to confuse, but, well, name-wise. Skill-wise, not so much. Liljedahl went down, and that should be the game. Will it? They might go for another chance here. Yeah, well, goes for a cross. That ends up with the keeper. But that should be it. Yeah, it's all over. That's it. So, that's the end of the game. We really did well. This puts us right back up on third spot. Not going for promotion so far, but definitely with a good amount of points to avoid relegation. So it's 24 points that we still need to avoid, and this is horrible. We will go through all of this next time. I'm going for a break. And we will probably see each other tomorrow morning. My regular time should be 9:30. So if you're interested, feel free to come along and have a look how this goes on. Alright, thank you all very much for keeping me company, and yeah, bye, until next time.